But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. And keep your head up, and you can let your head down.
Hey everyone, welcome to Silvas Sunday. I'm so excited that you're here. I hope you all had a great week. And today we're going to talk about something that's inevitable, something that's going to happen. Because once you have a dream and you have a goal and you go get it, these things are going to show up. And they're not necessarily bad. Those things are obstacles. Things that get in our way to kind of disrupt our flow to our dream. But they're necessary. Why are they necessary? Because they challenge us. They force us to dig deep inside of ourselves to find something that we never thought was there. They cause us to become a different person so that we can achieve our dreams, so that we can become the person we need to be to get it. So obstacles are actually a good thing. It's not like we're all looking for obstacles, but if they come, you gotta have the right mindset, the right beliefs, the right faith in yourself. And so today we're going to talk about that. We're going to give you a couple of examples, a couple of stories, and today we have a guest speaker, someone who I learned everything from, who's been through a lot in his life, who's achieved much success. He's overcome those things that seemed impossible. He's going to tell you how he did it and what he needed to do. And that person is my dad, the person who's been there since day one, who's taught me everything that I know. He started 4 businesses. He's an entrepreneur. He's built 3 homes. He knows what he's talking about. He's going to share his story today. So let's get to the interview.
Well, James, first of all, thank you for having me on. It's a privilege to talk about things like this. I like to talk about successes and life, and so appreciate the opportunity.
So for the people out there who are going through a hard time, whether they just lost their job, or they just lost got out of a relationship, something that they're down in the dumps, they can't foresee what's going to happen, they may be losing faith and hope, what would you say to those people right now?
Well, I would say, first of all, you're living. Okay, when you go through those things, that's life. You're actually living. You know the old saying, it's better to have loved and lost than never love at all. It's a great thing. You're very opportunistic to get those opportunities, to have that good job if you thought it was, or that love or your life relationship that you no longer have. Those are opportunities. Not everybody gets to have that. So you are living. It's just unfortunate sometimes it doesn't always work out in your favor. So if you didn't expect it, then you should have, because anything can happen. And if you've experienced a bad time in your life, then you have to be able to stand back and say, okay, I was a part of the formula, or the part of the equation, and I got to take some responsibility for it. But it's over. Okay, I'm not going to cry over spilled milk, so to speak, and I got to get myself right. I got to get my mind straight. I got to get my heart back in check and realize that I got to move on. So today I'll pout, but tomorrow morning when I wake up, bang. What's for me? My goals, my immediate goals, my intermediate goals, my long-term goals, all about me, because nobody's going to take care of me better than me.
What was the hardest obstacle that you've had to overcome in your life, and how did you do it?
Well, in 06, at that point, being self-employed in the window tinting detailing business that I had when I opened up in 89, I basically had a dream of building homes up here in this mountain. James, when you were little, I used to point up here all the time and say, we're going to build homes up there in that mountain one of these days. So I saved all my money in my business, and with that dream to be a reality. And sure enough, it became a reality. We bought our lots and we started planning on building. We built our homes, and then lo and behold, in 06, the market tanked. Probably the worst real estate disaster in American history. And unfortunately, I put all my money into real estate, which, contrary to that, American real estate's never let investors down. And it just totally took everything I had. That was the most incredible devastation to me in my life. And it was like, what do I do? Do I cry? I did that already, but you can't really have that mentality of crying over spilled milk. There's no time for it. when you have a wife and kids and you got a lot on your plate, you don't really want to throw your hands up and just throw in the towel, so to speak. At least I couldn't do that. That would be worse for me. So I know I couldn't go any lower than I was. So emotionally, I had to catch myself, control myself, and say, look, okay, you're healthy, your family loves you. It's not the end of the world, although it's pretty bad. But just take a deep breath. Tomorrow will be a little different. It might be worse, it might be bad, but you're moving forward. In my mind, I knew I had to move forward. And with that mentality, it was very difficult to do because, you know, sometimes you have good days and you have bad days, but the stronghold I had was just, I knew that when the smoke cleared that I would come out of this okay. I just knew it. I just had faith that I could do that. But I knew it was going to be a long haul. It would have been too easy just to throw my hands up and give up and show weakness to my family. And my family comes first, so I had a lot of responsibility there. So I just knew that I had to be strong one day at a time. That's all I had was one day at a time. Yeah. And that one day led to another day. And I just started seeing different things. And I figured if I was there once, I could do it again. And I think I'm back on track again. And boy, have I learned a lot. And I think I'm 10 times stronger today than I was 6 years ago.
So you just said 10 times better. Now, if you didn't go through that obstacle and you didn't grow that much, do you think the success that you have achieved wouldn't have been that much?
Absolutely, absolutely. I was convoluted by a lot of money. I was six-figure, without a doubt. I believe that money is the root of all evil. It takes you away from the most important things in your life that you need to focus on. And I was taking on too much, and I was just like a runaway train. And I still was a great husband and a good father, but I wasn't doing all the things that I am doing now. And I think it was just a wake-up call. It was a very painful wake-up call. But I'm so glad I went through it now that it's over, because I'm such a different man. I'm more personally responsible for things that matter most in my life. And I think what I know now, I'll never give up for anything else, and money will never be a focal point of my highest wantings and achievements. It'll just be something that I'll work hard to pay my bills and save a little money, but I'll never crave to ever be rich. It just doesn't really work for me, and I'm really happy where I'm headed. And it was probably the best education I ever had in my adult life. And now I teach underprivileged kids football, and I help a lot of kids that way, but I'm really close with my family. I've slowed down quite a bit. I work out more, I eat better. I'm doing all the right things at 100%. Where before I was doing them at 30, 40, sometimes never. I was 40 pounds heavier. I knew that wasn't healthy for me. I just spend more time with my family. You know, my football league grew because of it. I was able to help more kids. I had more fun. And I realized that's where living really is. And I believe if it never happened, I wouldn't be nowhere near the man I am today.
Awesome. All right, Dad, thank you. Appreciate all the wisdom and the story you share with us.